Shalom. We are currently in Soho, walking to the Soho Apple Store because we got our iPhone 10s, and Sarah feels like she should probably at least try a case.
Yeah. Glass on the front and the back probably is not good for me. So I dropped my phone like a decent amount, and luckily I have never broken the screen, but I think it's because the back has not been glass.
Yeah.
So
although you did have a back glass phone with the, was that the 4? But
yeah, that's true. I guess that was fine, but I just I don't feel like I should risk it.
Yeah. We've both been case-free with our iPhones since the original.
Yeah.
We've had pretty much every phone since the original iPhone in 2007. I really, personally, I just do not like using cases because more of a philosophical reason of just the fact that the designers of the phone specifically designed it for you to hold it and feel it that way,
right.
And then to cover it up with something else that somebody else designed, not really into it.
It's not the same. Yeah.
It's not the same. Plus, obviously, a case makes it a little bit bigger. But the iPhone 10 would actually be one of the first ones that I would maybe even consider a case with, just because it's actually small. So adding a case isn't gonna like make it bigger than what most phones, are. So.
Well, but you only feel like it's small because you have the Plus.
That's true.
It's actually bigger than all the other phones.
I still have I haven't sent my Plus back in yet, and I was using it this morning because not everything was transferred over the 10, and it already feels huge because the height is the same, but it feels so wide in my hand. It feels like I can't even like hold it. I'm gonna get a hand cramp or something. But now we're at Apple Store Soho, so we're gonna hop in and look at some cases.
Yes.
I haven't been in an Apple Store for a little while, so this may have been here for a while, but this is my first time seeing this new case display wall. Very well designed. Love it.
Okay, well the options are, there's like this royal blue or a navy or a blush pink. The purple's a little too bright. I would go with purple, but if it was a little more subtle. I'm not into white because it gets dirty, which I guess the blush would get dirty too, so I'm really thinking blue, don't you think?
I like the blue.
It's different than anything I have. I need a change, you know? New phone, new me. It opens so easy.
Not many people know that you can actually walk into an Apple store, buy something, and walk out and never actually talk to anybody.
Which is insane, honestly. But this case is really nice.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks good. They had leather ones, but which I bought before, and then I never used it because I didn't like how it felt in my pocket and in my hand. But they have these new ones and they're silicone. Yeah. And it feels really nice.
And it's not the sticky silicone. I always hated silicone cases because they're hard to get in and out of your pockets and just everything like that. This is like a soft touch silicone.
Nice.
It does. It feels really nice.
Also
it almost feels like a worry stone, where you just kind of sit there and rub it and it's kind of soothing.
That's what she said.
I also like that it makes the camera flush, so the camera's not sticking out.
Yeah, that is still one of my biggest pet peeves with the current Apple iPhone situation. I truly believe that if Steve Jobs was still alive, that camera would not be sticking out of the phone.
Yeah. He
would challenge the engineering and design team to make it happen.
He'd push it forward. Not that we don't believe in you, Apple and Tim Cook. Just saying.
Yeah, just no longer do I have a unreserved optimism.
Right.
And I'm definitely an Apple fanboy. I literally have an Apple tattoo on my arm.
Yeah, always will be.
And I'm bought into the Apple ecosystem. I buy Apple products because just the ease of use is just worth it to me to maybe not have the most advanced technology right now, because the ability to just have everything sync together and work together is just way more important to me at this point than having wireless charging a couple years earlier. And then my personal design aesthetics is just aligning with Steve Jobs and what the legacy he left. I mean, if you saw our apartment tour, I like clean, white, and very minimal spaces, and that's what Apple does. That's why I love Apple stores. They just think about more than just the aesthetics. They design the aesthetics around usability and functionality and the best customer experience. And so that's what I try to live, how I live my personal life. I try, with our apartment, just trying to design it for the best user experience within the guidelines of my personal aesthetics.
Right. But again, I'll just always buy Apple.
I will never say always. I will buy Apple for now.
I'm gonna say always.
There's no way I could say always.
I feel like
whenever you say always, that is setting yourself to look like a fool later.
Fine, whatever. But nowhere in the near future can I see myself not buying an iPhone.
Yeah, near future, I agree.
Near future is in like several years.
You never know, because that's like saying, you know, a few years ago, oh, I would never not be on Facebook. But then Instagram comes around and you're like, psh, Facebook.
Except for now, Facebook owns Instagram, so we're back on Facebook.
That's enough Apple talk for this one.
2 vlogs.
I will just add just one more thing, just because I mentioned that I have an Apple tattoo on my arm.
Yeah.
Just kind of explain that a little bit, because I'm sure you're curious and also think that I'm an idiot. I was an idiot whenever I got it because I was 19. So every 19-year-old's an idiot. I don't care. If you're 19 right now, you may be mature for your age, but in the grand scheme of being an adult, you're an idiot.
We all do things that we shouldn't have.
Yes. Your frontal lobe is not fully developed until you're 25, and once you're 25, 26, it kicks in, and you realize how much an idiot you've been your whole life.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
I didn't know how to make a good decision.
I did get the tattoo before my frontal lobe was developed.
All of mine have been before.
True. And I wouldn't say I would get it again. I don't necessarily regret it.
No regrets.
But I got it because of Steve Jobs. I actually got it before Steve Jobs died. And in that period of my life, I was 100% Apple obsessed. I would say 75% of the conversations that I had ended up talking about Apple in some way.
Right.
So it's definitely like a lifestone marker for me of like a season in my life, because I mean, I read Apple News every day. I listened to Apple Podcasts every day. There was not a bigger Apple hype beast than me at that time. Comparing the old iPhone to the new iPhone 3G.
Yeah.
So it definitely fits that season. But I mean, the reason I have the tattoo is because Steve Jobs stood for, I mean, exactly what my nature is, of just simplicity and excellence in everything.
Right.
And so, you know, the notion of think different and things like that also resonate with me, but it's just a reminder of just to live my life with simplicity and excellence.
Right.
And again, to bring it back to our apartment, because a lot of you have now joined us because of the apartment tour. That's kind of the philosophy behind everything that we did. To make things simple is one thing, but then to make it simple and excellent takes a lot of hard work and a lot of thinking. And so that's what I try to do with everything that I do. And so that's why I have the tattoo.
Yeah.
If you were wondering, which you were. Apple Talk is done. It's Saturday and it's now fall finally. So we're actually gonna go up to Central Park just to get some nature time and see the pretty foliage. So the artist Barbara Kruger is doing a partnership with New York City right now. She has a couple installations of, like, there's a skate park that has her stuff all over it, and then they also did a subway card with her art on the back, which may look familiar to you if you know who Supreme is, but this is who Supreme actually ripped off their logo from. Bright red, Futura bold. So got the original Supreme Metro cards. Central Park.
We're here.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's
pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm never gonna do anything with all the photos that I took, but I can't stop taking pictures of all the leaves. They're so pretty.
Just whenever it's all snow in winter, you can just go back in your camera roll and just like reminisce of times where there were leaves.
It's so pretty.
Just for a nugget of knowledge and some context to Central Park, Manhattan Island is 23 square miles, and Central Park is like 1.4 square miles of that. So about 8% of Manhattan's land mass is taken up by Central Park. Yeah, like you can actually get like deep into Central Park and not really see a building.
And it's quiet. You don't hear a lot of noise.
Yeah. I guess it's the trees or maybe the landscape or something, but it definitely like I can see a bus right now, but I can't hear it. So I guess it's maybe the topography of the area or something, but it really masks the noise of the city. Also, a really fun fact that kind of like always blows my mind, and the first time I learned it, I was like researching like all day long, looking at maps. Like I said, Manhattan is 23 square miles. And to put that into perspective, where we're from, Tulsa, Oklahoma, is 186 square miles.
Yeah.
And has 350,000 people in it.
Yeah.
Manhattan has like 2 million people on the island and is 23 square miles. You think of New York City as like the Big Apple, it's the huge city, and obviously it is a big city just because of how many people are here, but the actual land space is so small.
The actual size of the city is tiny.
You can walk everywhere. I mean, you would spend all day walking north to south, but
you could do it.
You could do it because it's not really that big. So we're just out here enjoying Central Park and just, man, the weather and the nature. It's good for the soul. Thanks guys for watching these videos. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're not already, I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my channel, just vlogging, tech, DIY, things like that. And Sarah makes books. Sarah doesn't make books yet, but she does make videos about books over on her channel every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes.
So head over there and subscribe to her if that's something that you're into. And that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.